Good morning to you. Today is the 30th day in the month of October. Just one day, and we would say a very goodbye to October. It's been a wonderful month, and we are grateful to God for the gift of life. How have you been all through? From 1st all the way to 30th of October, we appreciate our Creator. Welcome to Family and Values on Galaxy Television, where we are reaching out for the stars. And if this is the first time you're coming across the show, Family and Values is the show where we discuss everything that has to do with family, your relationship, my relationship, your environment, the society at large. And of course, you have the two pretty ladies anchoring the show. But this morning, let's start it off. My name is Princess Joy Ayo Abu. I love the way the Abu sounded. All right, it promises to be a very educative, informative, and very sensual this morning, because we would be taking you through a very interesting topic. How well do you want to have a stable home, you know? So Family and Values is all about your home, my home, everything. Those controversial topics, you don't want to discuss it. On our little fellowship, we discuss it. This morning, I just want to send a message of hope, renewed hope. Yes, I told somebody this morning, I said, let's have a renewed hope. He said, no, please, I don't want to hear anything. No, you keep hearing hope. Because hope is what gives you life. What do you see? What are you seeing? November is coming. What is your projection for November? What are you looking at in the month of November? What do you think? Don't lose faith. You know, have faith, strong faith. Let your faith not waver, because November, approaching November, is going to be great. So don't think, today is 30th, October is gone. Anything can happen. Live for the moment. Live for now. Live tomorrow to take care of itself. Live for this moment, you know. Yes, we are streaming across our social media platform. You can go to our YouTube page, yes, and download that page so that you can always watch or subscribe to our YouTube page. I keep begging you. Download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. You don't want to miss every bit of our conversation this morning. Yeah, because it is interesting and very educative and informative. Yes. And if you're on Star Times, you can go to Star Times to watch us on 101 and, you know, get going. We are on the go. On the go, that is what they call us. And we are reaching out for the stars. Of course, you know, Princess Joy Abu will not be in the studio alone, looking all this pretty and smiling. She will definitely have her partner by her side. And this morning, yeah, green is matching me. The land is green. The land is green, and we are greening into rounding up October, because myself and my partner, of course, she's putting on a touch of green. So let's give it up, like I used to say, for Mama Gen Z. Good morning.
Beautiful morning to you, Joy.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you enjoying the midterm break with the kids at home?
Just leave the midterm break issue, because we are not enjoying it.
What do you mean by you are not enjoying it? The fact that you're going to be home with those kids, you should find a way to.
The fact that you're even home, and then they report every bit of thing, even the ants that are passing.
So what are
and of course, definitely, when you're home, they bring the whole.
I will call Remi for all the parents complaining about this.
And you know what comes with midterm break anyway.
For every children out there, we love you. We appreciate God's grace over your life, and will not weep over any one of you. That's my prayer. And for parents, bear it, take it in, accept them, know a little bit about them this weekend, because they are in another class right now, and it's an opportunity for you to just know what's been happening about their studies, how we're doing. Ask them questions, seek them to know that you care. That's the only way you can do it. Anyway, it's a beautiful morning, so I want to remind you that worrying does not help to take the troubles of, you know, tomorrow away. You worry today, you go and take booze, you take drugs, you take anything that you feel. No, it won't take away the tomorrow's trouble. It won't. But one thing I want you to know, that it takes away today's peace. Okay? The peace of today is what worry will take away from you. So why worry? Why not be a prayer warrior? Why not pray? Why not be strong and believe that with your effort, God, your Creator, will add more to that effort for you to be outstanding and get to success. My name is Olori Adejoke Adunbi David, and my friends call me Olori AJ. It's another beautiful morning on Family and Values, and we are going to have a bumper discussion this morning. So just call all your friends, relatives, everyone around you. It's time for them to know that you care. Okay?
It's time for them to know that you care, and you care, looking all sweet and good. But
you're also looking good yourself. We are in the green season.
In the green season.
So we should continue to use the green, because green stands for fruitfulness, fruitfulness, fertility, and all the beautiful things you can imagine. So green is a beautiful color.
It is beautiful.
And no matter how dark in complexion you may be,
green brings you
when
out.
You take green into your color combination, I tell you, that color, I say our flag is very beautiful.
Our flag is
God
beautiful.
chose it for a reason.
Yeah, it is.
And so we need to believe that Nigeria is going to be greater. Nigeria is a great nation, and it will restore back to its personal, a name that it's supposed to be.
Yes, it will restore. Do we have any birthday shout out this morning?
This morning. I didn't know my nephew had it another year.
Oh.
I completely forgot. So I saw my mom and my sister doing some packaging, and I said, what is happening again? Because they know how to do chocolate candy packaging in the house. What's happening? He said, for not remembering, I'm not going to eat. So a beautiful birthday shout out goes to Ore Ofeoluwa Abdurazak Bachekodumi, aka Ore, okay? Happy birthday to you, as you had another year. It will not be the least. It's now 8 years, and I pray God will continue to take you to higher heights. Okay, to everyone celebrating today, we wish you all the very best. We love you, and we pray that that smile will never go off your face, and off your face.
Okay, happy birthday to him from Family and Value. We wish you the very best. All right, today is Midweek Wednesday, and let's go straight to our mini feature, because our guest is already standing by via Zoom to join this conversation. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. A better understanding of the home front than our very own beautiful coach and life counselor. She is a life coach, a counselor. She's a ghost author. She is a ghost author. Yeah, she writes. For those of you that you want to write a book, but you don't have strength, this woman, she'll do the job for her. Just pay her. All the way from Warri, joining us live via Zoom here in our Lagos studio, we have Oluwadara Comfort. Good morning, ma.
Dara Comfort, how are you? Good morning.
Look at how beautiful she's looking, radiating all the way into the studio.
You look like a 16-year-old.
You get.
And congratulations on your husband's 50th birthday. I saw all that on social media. Congratulations to him.
You know I was supposed to be there. You this woman, don't worry. I'm coming. I'm coming to that. Good morning to you.
It's so good to see you this morning.
It's so good to see you.
I can't wait to be in the studio one day. And by the way, you guys did not tell me that I should put on green this morning.
Okay, don't worry. Next time we'll give you color code.
Don't worry. You know what? You have a shade of green behind you on the shelf.
Shade of green.
So it's actually a completion of the green.
We can't wait to have you one. Anytime you come into Lagos, please, Galaxy will be the first place you will come to have your live show.
Oh my God.
We really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for being here.
All right. Okay, so today's topic, creating a stable home environment. I know when I sent that to you, and then you called and said, what are we really talking about? And I was like, it's still the home front we are talking about, and but we just want to understand more to enlighten people how to create that stable home environment. And my first question to you is, what is a stable home environment, and how important it is in the family? What is a stable home environment, and how important is it in the family?
Okay, once again I want to say thank you for giving me the pleasure to come and share with the family. Once again, and it's always a pleasure for me to be here, and I'm always looking forward to it. Okay, we're talking about creating a stable home environment today, and if we're talking about a stable home environment, personally, I would say a stable home environment is, a peaceful, harmonious, a structured, well-structured, and conducive home environment. Let me take that again. Personally, I will say, no, a stable home environment is a peaceful, harmonious, well-structured, and a conducive, home environment, where everybody is nurtured, supports, a supportive atmosphere rather, where family members feel safe. They feel safe, they feel respected, they feel held, they feel valued, where everybody can express themselves without restriction and judgment. And it is very, very important. Why a stable home environment is important is because every one of us, we are a product of our environment. We are a product of our environment. How I behave, how you behave, our total makeup is as a result of 80% of our instincts. 20% of our instincts, and 80% is learned from our environment, from our parents, our upbringing experiences, and our personal experiences. So our environment is very important. We are all behaving according to the programming of our environment. The way I behave now, the way you behave, 80% is the programming of your environment. So our environment determines a lot about our total well-being. So it's very important. This topic this morning is very important. I was so excited when you gave me this, when you talk about this topic. So every one of us is a product of our environment. And we inherit our pattern and our behavior, our ways of life from environment. So it is important for us to create a stable environment because our environment is us and we are our environment.
Thank you very much, Olucomfort. You have really delivered us on what is expected from a stable home environment. Now, I want to ask, what role does communication play? When we talk about creating a stable environment, a stable home, a stable relationship, what role does communication play in this angle?
Wow, when you're talking about communication plays a vital role in maintaining a stable home environment. The relationship that exists in the family, everything about the family is about communication. Because if we are going to have issues in the family, it begins from how we communicate. And we are going to have a peaceful environment, it begins from how we communicate. So if we are talking about stable environment, it's just as if we are talking about communication, because it's all, let me say, 90% of how we communicate. So how stable your environment is depends on how quality the communication in the family setting is. So communication is a bonding tool in a home environment, even in every environment, in the work setting, in a business setting, wherever environment, communication is a bonding tool. So the quality of our relationship is as a result of the quality of our communication. So communication is needed, and it must be handled carefully, guide jealously, because if your communication line is not open, if your communication line is not healthy, it will affect how we express ourselves in the family. It will affect how we build understanding and trust in the family. It will affect how we resolve conflicts in the family. It will affect how we listen to one another, validate one another. It will even affect how we support and collaborate one another in the family setting. So communication is very important. And when we see any family who is going through conflicts or crisis, now check their communication style. Check their way of communication. So communication is very compulsory. Very, very compulsory. If you must build a stable home environment, you must learn how to communicate. Teach every member of the family how to communicate effectively. We have communication and we have what we call effective communication. So for your home to be stable, every member of the family must learn how to communicate effectively. How? By listening effectively, by understanding the context of what the person is talking about effectively, and by knowing when and how to respond effectively. So communication is a vital role if you are talking about stable home environments. I hope I've answered that.
Yes, you have done greatly to this topic, and this is just the part one of it. Of course, you know how we do it here on the show. We'll go on our word of marble, and when we return, we will still see your pretty face here with us. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. We have been discussing creating a stable home environment, and our guests have been joining us via Zoom all the way from Warri. And she has talked about communication. She has talked about the importance of creating a stable home environment for everyone, because it's important. Like she said, without communication, in fact, very important communication, not just you're talking, you're communicating, and everybody is hearing each other. Now we are going into the part two of the conversation, which, you know, is always very intense, because we try to give broader explanation into the conversation. Olucomfort, I guess you're still right there with us. All right.
Yeah, I'm here.
Face again. Thank you. So now, what are some effective strategies to validate each other's feeling? Now, because when you're talking about a stable home front, we can't take away the place of feelings. People would definitely have feelings. People would definitely want to express their feelings in the way it suits them. The way I feel I should express my feelings to Lori is different from the way I'll express it to another person. So the same even among siblings, even among father. There's a way I'll talk to my father is different from the way I'll talk to my mother. So what are those strategies, effective ways and strategies that one can use to validate each other's feelings without somebody feeling bad or somebody feeling like you took offense or you stepped on my toes or something?
Okay, thank you. No, I will start by, I will go a little bit into therapy. No, in therapy, we usually say something about feelings, that no feeling is good and no feeling is bad. Everyone is entitled to their feelings in the family. No, where we usually miss it in the family is that when somebody say, come to you and say, this is the way I feel, you say, why do you feel like that? Oh, I don't expect that from you. How will you feel like that now? No, as a Christian, I'm not supposed to feel like this. As a Muslim, I'm not supposed to feel like this. As my child, I'm not supposed to feel like this with everything I've been teaching you. Even between husband and wife. You hear husband say, oh, I'm disappointed in you for talking that way or for feeling this way. These are the things that is bringing issues in the family. When in therapy, everyone is entitled to their feeling. Every feeling is validated. So number one thing I want us to do when we're talking about how people know how to validate other people's feeling in the family, allow them to own their feeling. How they feel, you can't tell them how they feel. You cannot tell them how they should feel. Let everybody feel the way they want to feel, and don't judge them. Don't shame them for feeling the way they acknowledge everyone's feeling in the family. I own my feeling. My feeling is my feeling, it's not your feeling. So allow me to feel the way I want to feel. So when you acknowledge everyone's family, you allow everyone, everyone is entitled to how they feel in the family. So when they express their feelings to you, show empathy. Show empathy. Don't talk them down. Don't rubbish their feeling. Like I said, how will you feel like that? Why should you feel like that? It's okay for them. So you show empathy. That way, you validate their feelings and you make them them to understand, to know that you understand how they feel. You now have to come in, maybe intervene, try to change their perspective about that thing. If you need explanation, you explain to them. You show appreciation. Like, oh, I appreciate you for
But I hope that network doesn't play fast on us, because that conversation was really interesting. You know, she talked about owning your feelings. She said, it is not your feelings, it is my feelings. That got to me. Allow me feel my feelings.
Okay. Yeah, you said it. Everybody has got a way to actually walk around situations.
Thank God she's back.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, I was saying that when a family member expresses his or her feeling, show appreciation. With this, they will be able to express themselves again in the future. So when they express themselves, you will be able to influence them. Because if a family member is not able to express themselves, how will you be able to influence them? And this power of influence is very important in the family. And we can do that when we allow family members, even the children, the little children. No, when they are crying, we spank them. Why are you crying? There must be a reason why a child is crying. As a parent, you must calm down to understand that this is a feeling, this is an emotion that leads to this feeling. Why? What can we do? So spanking is not the result to a child who is crying. Your spouse who is angry, bone face, and you too, you quickly bone face. That is not the result. So when you allow people to express themselves, you show support and encouragement. Everybody will feel heard. Everybody will feel valued. Everybody will feel respected in the family setting. So it takes intentionality, and you have to work towards this in our family circle, and we teach it to every member of the family. Allow everyone to own their feeling. And don't forget that everybody's feeling in the family is validated. It's very, very okay. But it is your responsibility as parent and as every member of the family, to navigate around it, around the feeling, so that you can influence them. Then maybe they can alternate the feeling and intervene.
Okay, thank you so much. I want to ask, what strategies, can be used to manage conflicts in the home, and also how to resolve disagreements in a stable, when you are seeking to have a stable home or a stable relationship? What are those strategies that we can implement to have a managed, situation, and also to try to resolve disagreement?
Okay, thank you, Olori. I would love to talk about this very important one, that is really eating up family these days. The usual one we used to hear is when you are resolving conflict, stay calm and composed, practice the active listening, avoid blame and criticism, focus on the issue, and all those things. But this morning I want to talk about when we are resolving conflicts in the family. Number one thing that every family must learn is emotional control. Emotional control. In fact, as a therapist, a family therapist, I want to say this, that every family must take their family to the school of emotional bliss, emotional control, because this is where we are missing it. Even in the office setting, we need this emotional control, because if our emotion is not managed while we are resolving conflicts, it leads to crisis. So conflict is okay in the family setting. Conflict is a must in the family setting. But if conflict is not handled properly, conflict can lead to crisis. And when it leads to crisis, it's somewhat difficult to handle sometimes. So, as a family, if you don't want conflict to lead to crisis in the family, while we are resolving conflicts, we must apply emotional control in conflict resolution. I want us to know that our family is not a dumping place where you can just come out and dump your emotion. Every one of us, we can go out there, we can control ourselves in our workplace, we can control ourselves in the taxi, we control ourselves in the streets. But when we come to the family, we think we can just come and dump emotion, anger, frustration, everything, we dump it in the family. That is why the family is the place where people are even feeling hurt the most, because of a family member who cannot control their emotion. And this is a matter of value. If you value your family, you will be able to control your emotion anytime there is conflict. So when we are resolving conflict, I want us to know that we should not talk from the place of emotions or feelings. Don't talk based on how you feel or the state of your mind. Then you not talk from there. If you do, you will only react to the situation. You will not respond to the situation. React to the situation means you just shout. Anybody just shout, hey, 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 hey. No headway. But when you resolve the conflict, when you respond to the conflict, you find a way out. You think between stimulus and reaction. That is where you're able to think, you're able to respond in a healthy way. In a healthy way. So emotional control is very important while we are resolving conflict. And number two thing I want to talk about is, while you are resolving conflict in the family, don't make the other person look like the problem. Because sometimes we have formed opinion about our partner or our children. So when we now come to dialogue or to come and resolve conflicts, is the opinion that we have formed about the person, we just come and attack them. So we make the person look like a problem. So this is one of the mistakes we make while resolving conflicts. So the other person, if you make the other person feel like the problem, then the other person will defend his or herself. And when the other person defends his or herself, then issue will skyrocket, and there will be no crisis. Nobody wants to accept that they are the problem. Nobody wants to accept. So when we are coming to the place of conflict resolution in the family, don't let the other person feel as if they are the problem. Don't use accusing words. You do this, you do this, you do this. No, don't use that. You can use the I statements. We are all conversant with this I statement. I feel this way. I feel this way.
Hello,
so
hello. Still right talking about
communicate.
Hello. Olukonfo, let me quickly add this question. Still talking about conflict resolution, strategies. You've said a lot within this, and we know it's really eating up families now. For somebody who does not know how to speak at that moment, for someone who needs to sit down, rethink before you even say a word. I know you were saying stop accusing you. Now you have some people that they can't withstand accusation. The moment you want to start with you, they are busting out. How can such family maintain a peaceful resolution even in the midst of conflict? You have some men that the moment you want to start a conversation, they are taking a walk. You have some women that the moment you want to say, you did this one, immediately you've not started saying anything, they've started defending themselves. You've not even said you're the cause. So in cases like that, how do you resolve it amicably without it eating bitterly into the family, into the stability of the family?
Okay, there is something we call a pre-conflict resolution plan. Pre-conflict resolution plan. I think every family must have what we call pre-conflict resolution plan. We should not wait until we have conflict before we talk about how we can resolve our conflict. If we have pre-conflict resolution plan, it's a place where we are going to talk about how we resolve conflict as a family. No, if I want to talk, I'm not accusing you. Don't come from the place of accusation. Ask question. Ask question. I was teaching my children this a few days ago, that before we ask, let us even talk about how to manage our conflicts. Conflict resolution plan. Okay, this is how I'm going to express myself. These are the things that is not allowed when you are responding. I want us to know as a family that when we have conflict, that the conflict we have here is the enemy, not the family members. By the time we shift our focus from the conflict, then we shift it to the family members, then attack will come. So let us always stay focused on the matter at hand. That is the reason why we cannot not be patient enough to allow our spouses or our children to express their feelings. We don't always be patient enough to allow them to express their feelings, because we always see them instead of us focusing on the issue at hand. So when we should have a family should have this thought that when I'm expressing myself, I'm not attacking you. I just want you to know how I feel. And there are ways, Yoruba we say, there are ways we should express ourselves. There are acceptable and unacceptable way of communication during conflict resolution. You must not work on one another. You must pay attention when I talk. Don't talk back. We're supposed to talk about it before conflict arises. That is when we are intentional about how we resolve conflict in the family. So moving on now, I believe I've answered that question. So moving on now, I was talking about the three points I want to talk about. And number 2 is learn to separate the person from the offense. Learn to separate the person from the offense. No matter how angry you are, why you are in conflict with your family member, even in the office, with your friends, the other person's status must not change. It must not change. Before you know it now, you hear husband saying, you are a witch. Since I marry you, my life is not going forward. The wife too is saying, you are a this, you are that, you are that. You're already, you are shifting the focus from your friend now to the person. And number 2 is, don't play a victim in conflict resolution. Let everybody, no matter how the conflict is, it's 2 ways. I have my part I contributed my part and you contributed your part. So when we are resolving conflict, we should not play this victim mentality thing. Know your role and accept it. Know the role you play in this conflict and accept it. It takes maturity to do that. It takes the maturity. That is why family life is not for children. It's for the mature-minded people. So when there is conflict, instead of playing the victim, hold yourself responsible for your own role. Hold yourself responsible. Accept your own role that you play in this conflict. And please apologize when it is necessary. Apology is not for maybe you are weak or you are at fault. You are apologizing at that moment to make this person who is hurting to feel to be healed. To be healed. That is what we say in therapy. Apology helps other people to heal when they doing the process of conflict. So let us learn how to accept our faults and apologize when necessary. Don't allow ego to come in between.
Wow.
I think the
network is working against us again.
But I love the fact that she really did an explanatory this, and she said apology heals the other one faster.
It does.
I think that most of the conflicts at home are simple, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, no, that
Now,
don't forget,
now
there's
I was sorry that there's difference between I apologize for what I did.
I apologize, carry
more weight. But I feel like a lot of those issues, just that I apologize for what I did, stating the reason, would have solved a lot of conflicts we have.
I think it starts from when you prepare your mind that irrespective
of whatever happens,
you have to make up your mind. It's a matter of determination when it comes to conflicts and managing it and resolving that disagreement or that conflict in the home. If the man is not ready to do it, just put it in mind that man has ego, so just let it just things to move. But I also have another set of people who will tell you that irrespective of what, you know, the fact that the ego and everything, but he was the one that wronged me, so why should I take the fall?
Now,
why should I take
this is it. I know of a family, a couple, that they resolve that no matter the amount of issue, they will not go to bed with it. And my mentor will always say something, that he has prepared his mindset against
that's
anything.
Why I said you have to prepare your mind.
And so it was the time I was teaching me, say, Joy, prepare your mindset. When you have a mindset of a certain thing, you will not allow what people do to you
to affect you.
It will matter to
and
you.
like I will always tell my children, you know, once in a while, I always tell one particular of my children that, see, the day you start accepting, you know, summon courage and humble yourself to relate with people, irrespective of what they do to you. First, take responsibility. When you have made up your mind to take responsibility, you can later now come back at a very neutral and a peaceful time. And maybe when you are gisting and everything, you're all forgotten.
Then you now say, you know that thing you did.
But silly, my dear, you know what you did the other time. Really, 2 days ago, I have forgiven you, but I just need to bring it to you. You understand? So it's a matter of, if you want to have a stable home, communication is key. The Bible says love over everything. So the fact that you have made up your mind to be together, to live together, even your tongue, when you beat it, are you going to cut it off? No. You still use that. It's always painful. Have you ever tried it? Maybe you're even chewing the gum and suddenly you beat yourself. Don't
even imagine the pain you feel instantly.
And that does not stop you from taking pepper soup. That will not stop you from taking your pap, your custard, your oats, your meal. Anyway. You understand? So you don't have to cut off totally. But the only thing I will also want to advise us is when there is toxicity, where there is violence, please take a break. And on that note, I hope we've been able to cheer you up this morning. And I believe whatever we've discussed this morning is enough to take you all the way and help your relationship, help your home, help your marriage, whether you're a man or a woman. God bless you. My name is Sirimin Oluradejoke David. Hope to see you tomorrow. From my side, it's another goodbye for now.
It is another goodbye from Olori Mama Gen Z and all the way to Princess Joy Ayo. Tomorrow is Healthy Thursday and we will be discussing immune system. I said it, everybody say, my immune system is down. My immune system is this.
Wait,
say it is my immune system.
Till we hear it.
Wait till we hear what immune system is all about from our medical doctors. Let them give us an insight into what immune system is all about. I want to say a very big thank you to our guest who joined us all the way from Warri. And thank God the network allowed you really have a awesome conversation with us. Really appreciate it. And to all our viewers, we are saying thank you. We love you. We love you. We love you. We can't wait to see you tomorrow. Have a splendid midweek Wednesday. My name is Princess Joy Ayo. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't go anywhere.